I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to make more money than your competitors, how to beat them out, and how to come home with the lion's share of the profits at an event when there's tough competition. This is Mike, the Caesar of concessions. All right. You will hear on many social media platforms that competition is good, competition makes you better, there's nothing wrong with the competition. Some of that may be true, but to me and my company, it's not a game, right? We're not two sports teams going at each other over competition. This is a business. I am trying to provide for my family. They are trying to provide for their family. Whichever one has a better product, the better tactics at the end of the day will usually win. So let me help you with that. Okay. Number 1, survey the scene. When you get there, walk around the complex, the fairgrounds, whatever, and see what your competition is selling. See what prices they have. See what sizes, right? Use these to find a weakness where you can go in and do some of the tactics we're going to talk about to beat them. But survey the scene. Know what they are doing. Okay. Create more value for your customer than your competition is. And there's several different ways to do that. We're going to just name a few. Number 1 is price point, right? If you are cheaper than your competitor, typically you will sell more than your competitor. Therefore, bringing in more profits, right? Because when everyone's chasing the same nickel, you want more of them. So lowering price point is one way to really outsell your competitors. We undercut our competition all the time. Okay. Another part of creating more value for your customer, okay, is maybe a different size of product. Well, I mean, if you have a lemonade, maybe they're selling 32 ounce, and maybe you go to 24 ounce. Lower price point, lower cup size can give you more net revenue than your competitors, okay? Or maybe they're selling too small of a size and you can go bigger and charge more in that case, right? So it's really up to the competition and how you adapt to it, but changing sizes can really help you. Next, be unique in whatever you are selling. Let's not get crazy unique, but let's be different than our competitors and offer something that maybe they are not offering. I have a membership group. We do workshops. I give you exclusive content and you get mentorship from me, all for $2 a month. Link will be in the description. I'd love to have you join the membership team and I'd love to work with you. Okay, next. What about actual flavor? So for me, and all I can speak on is my company, everybody around me uses syrups to flavor their lemonades. So what do? We use fruit to flavor our lemonades. That gives us a distinct advantage over the competition because we're offering something that they don't offer at a better price point, at a different size, and that is healthier than the options that they have, and I think tastes better because I think real fruit tastes better than syrup. Just my 2 cents on that. Those are some ways to defeat your competition. Next, a lot of people do not think about this, and that's a shame, really. Have a great relationship with the promoters. And let me help you out on this. Let's say there's an event you go to, okay? And it's bad for whatever reason. And all the vendors are going up and complaining to the coordinator about how bad it is and this and that. If you do the opposite and go up there and be like, hey, tough gig, it happens, no big deal. Thank you very much for having us. Shake their hand, walk away. They will remember you. And then maybe next year, you will get an incredible spot for some magical reason when all the complainers are down at the far end. That has happened to me more times than I can count. just by not acting like the herd, right? Just not being all mad and getting on the coordinator. Come in the opposite approach, have a good relationship with them, and you will see you will magically get wonderful spots to sell at versus your competition. Next, before I go on, these next ones are really, really important. Before I get on to those, this video is sponsored by kettlecornmachine.com. Okay? They have the best kettle corn and lemonade equipment in the industry. Check them out. kettlecornmachine.com. Next, your presentation matters. You matter. How you act, how you look, right? If you got a great tent set up, but you're sitting in a chair and sales are poor and you look like you'd rather be anywhere else, the customers will see it all over your face. And I love when my competition gets down in the dumps. I flip it. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm doing a job that I love to do. I don't work for anybody else but me and my wife. It's great. Go out there and knowing I'm living freedom with my own job, regardless. If sales are bad, I'm happy to be doing it. If you have that kind of attitude, when most vendors do not, on a bad day, you will outsell your competitors. Be happy to be there. You have an ultimate freedom tool that you are using. Be happy, my friends. Okay, next. Know your competition inside and out. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever. Follow them. See what they do. Look at their products and see how you can improve upon them. So when you inevitably face them again at a fair, festival, event, whatever, you will have the upper hand because you followed them and you know what they do. Find their weaknesses, exploit it. If they look trashy, make sure your stuff is looking exquisite, right? That's just one way to take advantage of following your competitors on social media. Okay, this should go without saying, but I've seen it way too many times, okay? Treat your customers like gold because they are. I see it all the time on social media platforms, and I see it out in the field where people, like if a customer comes up and asks what you perceive to be a stupid question, and the response that you give, treat your customers like gold. They're the ones paying your bills, right? So why, no matter what they do, I mean, obviously, unless they're being, something incredible, like assaulting or demeaning, whatever. Besides that, if they're just asking stupid questions or they're a little grumpy or whatever, take their money. It's okay. No reason to be angry. Treat your customers like gold. And I think if you follow these tips I've laid out before you, you will destroy your competition this year. If you like my content, please give the video a like, sub the channel. I'd appreciate you. This is Mike, the Caesar of Concessions, out.